Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. This is Breezy. If you haven't been here before, I make videos on beauty, lifestyle, I make vlogs and all kinds of stuff. So today we are going to be using and reviewing the new Jeffree Star and Morphe eyeshadow palette. I am so excited for this. Unbelievably excited. Just to start off with, I look a little bit crazy. I have nothing on my eyes right now except for concealer and a little bit of powder. So I have my whole face done except for my eyes, so I look a little beady, to say the least. But let's get into this palette. So just look at this. The lighting does not do it justice. It is absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to do a little look with this. I'm really not 100% sure what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking something pinky, but I really wanna use this Million shade on here because it's just calling my name. I've already swatched all of these, and I'm also gonna do a swatch clip for you guys to see the different shades and everything like that. We'll go over shade names and everything, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm gonna do something a little pinky. This whole palette is pink, so it's just giving me pink vibes. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first shade that I'm gonna go in with is this shade right here, Pink Fleet. It's kind of a purpley pink, so we're gonna try that out. I am taking this with a Morphe M504 brush. It's just a really big fluffy brush. We're gonna go in with this. Wow, there's so much pigment on this. Even after tapping it off, that's what it looks like. I'm kind of scared, but let's go ahead and, oh my God. Do you see the pigment on that? I'm barely touching my eye, like barely touching it. Oh my God, this is so pretty. And I'm not really worrying about whether it gets on my lid or anything like that. We're just trying these out today. So I'm gonna go in and really buff that out and blow that out in the crease. I'm gonna go in with that same shade on the other side. Just to get kind of obviously this is like kind of a transition. I mean, not a normal transition color, but for a pink, I look at the transition color. So we're gonna go in and really blend that out. I'm gonna blend that a little bit higher on this side. Oh my God, this is so pretty. All right, so that is blended out. And then what I'm gonna do is go in with a little bit of a smaller brush. This is don't know because it rubbed off the handle, but this is a little Morphe smaller crease brush. And then I'm actually gonna go in with the shade Self-Made to make this a little bit more vibrant. And the pigment on that is just insane. And just go a little bit, oh my God, do you see that? Go in with that in the crease. Blend that in. Oh my God, that's so pretty. That's insane. Just insane. And the camera is not doing it justice. I'm gonna go in and do that on the other side. And then what I'm doing is I'm concentrating it mostly in the crease, and then when most of the product is off of my brush, just kind of slowly bringing that up. Not that this is necessarily a tutorial, I'm really just trying it out, but you know. That's what you do. And then I'm gonna go in with some more of that Self-Made shade just to make it a little bit more vibrant, like it needs it, but just kind of really saturate that color in the crease. My God, that's so pretty. I did a pink eye look the other day with a different palette, but this one is just insane. It's so pigmented. It's like so pigmented. And I'm just following that same step on the other eye. I have a little bit of fallout, so I'm gonna go in with the brush that I powdered my face with and just brush that off a little bit. If fallout is something that bothers you, that might be something to take note. In pressed pigments, they tend to have a little bit more fallout. To me, I really don't mind. I can either do my eyes first or just like I did that, brush it off and it comes right off. Oh my God, this is like neon pink, and it literally, you can't even tell on camera how pretty that is. Oh my God, doing great. So then, okay, I'm gonna go in with a e.l.f. blending brush is all it says. It's a little bit flatter and a little bit more tapered. I'm actually gonna go in with the shade Mogul, which is like this plum purpley shade, just to deepen that up a little bit. And I'm like barely taking any of it on my brush. Okay, maybe I need more. There you go. Just to add a tiny bit of definition in the crease. I'm focusing that on the outer corner. And then as I start to have less product, I'm gonna bring that in just a little bit. And I'm gonna do that same thing on the other side, of course. God, these are so pretty. I hate it, like in a good way. And I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of that because I'm excessive. These shadows are so easy to blend, it's kind of insane. Like, I feel like you barely have to blend with these. So then what I'm gonna do is, and this may seem a little bit excessive, I'm gonna go back in with this brush and like just barely tap it into that Self-Made shade. And just make sure, because I really want to keep that pink in there and kind of, so you can, it's blended, but you can see the difference in the colors. Just go over that a little bit. Okay, so that's the top of the eyes, mostly done. What I'm gonna do now is go in with a tiny pencil brush. This is the Morphe E18. And I'm gonna take a mixture of these two shades, Self-Made and Pink Fleet. Mix those two together, tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna blend that underneath. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Do you ever feel like you pick up a bunch of pigment and then tap half of it off because you're so scared of fallout? Because me. So this is the pink and purple on the eyes so far. Then what I want to do is I really want to use the shade Millions, but I don't know whether I want to use it with my finger or a brush. Let's go with the finger first. So, oh my god, it's so pretty. It's just like insane. Do you see that? So I'm gonna go with that, and I may get fallout, and I'm kind of scared, but we're gonna try it. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Do you see that? I need a brush for this. My nails are too long. e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm gonna use this as a packing brush. I'm not gonna wet it. We're just gonna see what it looks like not wet. I picked up too much of my brush. It may fall off of my face. I probably should have used the glitter glue or wet it, but we're just gonna try it without. That shade is literally so insane. So that's what it looks like on the lid. I definitely got some fallout, but no biggie. Just brush it off. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And then I'm gonna go in with that smaller blending brush just to soften the edges on that. I would recommend wetting your brush with that, only because I am getting a little bit of fallout. So I'm gonna try that now. Use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So pretty. And then actually let me wet it after too, just to prevent some fallout. I'm really not doing anything after this anyway. I'm just having fun with the makeup. Yeah, that's so pretty. And that definitely, wetting your brush helps with the fallout a lot. This almost feels like, I don't know, like a gel kind of, like it doesn't feel greasy on your eye or anything, but like it almost feels like it has like a cream or a gel base in it, but it's a pressed glitter. Okay, I got that on, and let me soften that up a little bit on the crease. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is go into my inner corner and my brow bone. Ooh, with the shade 2. So I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Smudge. This is more of like a really tiny packer brush. I have glitter on my finger. Oops. But we're gonna go in with the shade 2. Then we're going to use that in the inner corners. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's like pinky. Can't really tell. Let me make it more intense for film purposes. Isn't that so pretty? It's like pinky, but it's like really, really light. It's super reflective. Oh my god, I love that. Why can't my makeup look like this when I actually have things to do? That's my question. And so that is the eyeshadow. I will be back. I'm going to throw on some winged liner and mascara, and I will be back in just a minute. Alrighty, so we are back, and this is the final look. I added some liner and mascara and lashes, and I really like it. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna give my quick and final review on this so far with what I've tried, and then I'm going to insert some swatches, some swatch footage, so we will go over this. So first of all, I love the packaging on this palette. It's super cute, super Barbie, super pink. I love pink a lot. The shadows, I can't get it open. The shadows blended insanely well. I mean, so good, especially because I know that pinks and purples are kind of hard to do, and these were insane. Now, mind you, I only used 5 of the shadows, but I loved all of them, especially this shade. You can already tell that it's well loved because of how many times I swatched it when I first got this. But this is my first time using it, and I really, really like the look. And honestly, the camera on here doesn't do it justice. I mean, it is neon pink, super sparkly gold. Like, I absolutely love this look. a lot. So now I'm gonna do some swatches for you guys, and then I will see you back at the end. All right, so we are gonna do some swatches and go through the shade names. So all of the shade names in this are super kind of, if you watch Jeffree or you follow Jeffree, you know, they're all very specific to him and very personal. So if you watch his channel, you'll get this. The first row here is called Welcome Back to My Channel, Wand Noise. So as you know, when he opens up his videos, he says, welcome back to my channel, with his little mirror, like a wand noise. And then our next row is gonna be Lynn, 1985, Mogul, Self-Made, Dog Mom. I love the name of that shade because I'm also a dog mom. And we have Honest Truth. I'm reading these without glasses, so if I like end up like this, that's why. We have Designer Label, which is super cute. Mr. Diva, Boss Angeles. That's so cute. I want a shirt that says that. We have Pink Fleet, which is so cute. I love this shade. We have Calabasas, which is where he currently lives. We have Don't Know Her. We have Rolls With It for Rolls Royce. We have Millions, which is the shade that I think everybody is immediately attracted to. My arm is getting tired. We have Girl. We have What's the Tea, which is this like greeny baby puke brown, which I love. It's like a dark camel color. I cannot wait to do a neutral look with this. And then we have Vroom Vroom. We have Custom Rims. We have Glam Rapids, which is super cute because obviously his boyfriend Nate is from Grand Rapids. And then we have Wake and Bake. We have Nate, speaking of which. We have Drive Through. We have Hi Dude. And then we have Fast Lane. So next up we are gonna do swatches of all these. So we have Welcome, which is like this metallic silvery white, icy white. And then we have Back, which you probably won't be able to see because it's literally like almost my skin color, but oh yeah, you can see that. We have Back, which is like a peachy color. And then we have Two, which I really, really like this shade a lot. And if you want better swatches than these, there's a ton of them online, but Two is like this pinky metallic color. So pretty. Sorry, I'm like literally wiping the eyeshadows off in between. And then we have My, which is almost the same as Back, but a little bit lighter, which would be a good transition if you did those two together. It's a little bit pinkier if you can see that here. And then we have Channel, which is like this really, it's almost a true orange, but it's like a burnt orange color. Oh god, that's so pretty. You can see that there. I'm swatching on my hand. And then we have, well, this would be like a true orange. This is Wand Noise. This is like a, I am picking the weirdest spots to swatch. It's like it's almost like a satin finish orange, but that's that one there. So then, right, and so now we're gonna move on to the second row, and here we have Lynn, Mrs. Jeffree Lynn, and then we have 1985, Mogul, Self-Made, Dog Mom, and Honest Truth. So let's do a little swatch. Am I gonna actually, I'm just gonna keep doing them on my hand because, you know, I feel like it's fitting. You literally can't see this because it's the same color as my skin. Oh, you can see a little bit. And then we have 1985. I feel like it's fitting to do these on my hand because Jeffree does his on his hand because of his tattoos. And then, but he does them on this side. But, so here's 1985. It's like a really light peachy orange color. And then we have Mogul. I love that name and also this color. Oh my god, that's so pretty. It's like a true magenta, plummy purple. And then I think this is probably, aside from Millions, this is probably my favorite shade in the palette, is Self-Made. Like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Then we have Dog Mom, which is It's like a really pretty peachy orange metallic. That's super pretty. It's almost got like a champagne to it. And then we have Honest Truth, which is like a true peachy creamsicle orange. These swatches suck ass. All right. And then we're gonna move on to the third row, starting with designer label. We're switching hands now. Oh God, my scrunchie. So we have designer label, which is there. Oh, that's so pretty and metallic. It's like it's pretty much like your perfect champagne gold. Like if you're doing like a wedding look, like you could do so many looks with this palette. Ooh, and then we have Mr. Diva, which is this like camely. Okay, that's not camely at all. I lied. It's like a burnt orangey brown. That would be a great transition. And then we have Los Angeles. I am gonna use the absolute crap out of this during the fall. It's like this true terracotta color. Like, does that not scream fall to you? Or like a really like grungy 90s look. Oh God, yeah. And then we have Pink Fleet, which is that super cute pinky purple color. You can see that there. I have super professional swatches, thank you. Ooh, and then we have Calabasas, which would be, again, beautiful in the fall. It's like that, again, like almost like a brick red. It's very warm, well, reds are warm, but it's very burnt looking, if that makes sense. I have eyeshadow all over my fingers. And we have Don't Know Her. Oh yeah. Let me move my scrunchie. And this is like a really cute pinky metallic. I swatched it horribly, so you can't tell. And we're gonna move to the arms. So now we have Rolls With It, which is, it looks like a true, almost like a greeny gold maybe. Can you see that? We have Rolls With It. That's pretty. Can't really see it. Let me hold it up to the light. And we have Millions, which is so good. Let's see how horribly I can swatch this. Oh God. It's so good. Like my swatches don't look great, but these are really good. We have Girl, which is one of my favorite things to say, which is like this true burnt bronzy metallic. And then we have What's the Tea, which is again that pukey like baby puke color that I love. It looks so good when you're doing like a fall warm look. And then we have Vroom Vroom, which is like a deep charcoal gray. We have that here. And then we have Custom Rims, which is like a true silver metallic. Great for prom. You see that here. And then onto the last row, we're gonna switch arms. And I'm gonna swatch with my left hand, so have fun with that. So we have Glam Rapids, which is like this greeny metallic. That's so pretty. Then we have Wake and Bake, which is like this, not a lime green, but it's like a true light green. That there. And we have Nate, which is like literally like a true Kelly green. That's really pretty. Like, did somebody say St. Patrick's Day? And then we have Drive Through, which is like this olive green metallic. Again, can't wait to use in the fall. It's almost like a bronzy greeny color. And then we have Hi Dude, which is your deep chocolate brown. And then I feel like these swatches just keep getting increasingly bigger and bigger. And then we have Vaseline, yeah, that's what that's called, which is our deep dark. Oh, that's good. Do you see that black? That's insane. So I'm covered in swatches, if you can't tell, and I'm really excited about it. Alrighty guys, so that was the demo and the swatches. Again, like I said earlier, I absolutely love this palette, especially for the price point. I mean, you get 35 eyeshadows for $35. Now, they also, Morphe and Jeffree collabed and did his first affiliate code, which is Jeffree Star. You get 10% off if you order on Morphe.com, or if you actually go into the Morphe store and you use that code. All of the proceeds actually go to charity as well, which I think is really, really awesome. I think this palette is, I mean, I would pay more for this palette, I'll be honest. If it was $60, I would have paid that much, because the quality of the eyeshadows is just up to par. I know there was some question, you know, some people were a little bit iffy about some of the greens. I haven't used those. They swatched fine to me. But what I can say for the shadows that I used today and all of the swatches that I did is this palette is fantastic, and I absolutely am gonna get my use out of it. This palette has all of your pops of color and all of your neutrals in there. You've got your fun greens, you've got your pinks and purples, but then there's plenty in here to make a nice neutral wearable look. So I think it's an overall great deal, and I'm really excited to use it. Congratulations to Jeffree. I've been a longtime fan since he's done music on MySpace, so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I think that this is really, really good. And if you guys were curious about checking it out, I think you definitely should. I do think it's worth your money. But otherwise, I want to thank you guys for tuning in for another video. And before you leave, be sure to give a like and subscribe. If you guys want to be notified every time I post a video, if you ring the notification bell down in the description box, you actually will be notified every time I post. I will link this down below, as well as any of my socials. If you don't follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, any of those, I'm gonna link all of that below for you to be able to. But otherwise, thank you guys again and have a good one. Bye.